Hello students, the next lesson from the business studies which you are going to see is the business and industry. Okay, so in this chapter few topics have been deleted as per the reduced syllabus. So we will be seeing the objectives of business, the meaning and the importance of the home trade, foreign trade and the entrepot trade. Okay, so the industries, the hindrances and the business ethics has been omitted. Okay, so let us move on to the chapter now. Business is an important economic activity mainly concerned with production and distribution of goods and services to consumers. Yes, sir. So like we all know that what is business, right? It will be happen between the producers and the consumers, right? So the between the producers and the consumers, what it is been as a trade it is going on, it's goods or the services, right? So this is said to be a business. A business is an organization or enterprising entity is nothing but an organization engaged in commercial, industrial or professional activities. So the business can either be in any of these three. Okay, so a business can be for profit earning entity or a non-profit organization that operates to fulfill a charitable mission, right? So it can, the business can be a profit earning organization or for a non-profit organization. So but and together it will be a profitable thing to the producer. Okay, so the Stephenson defines business as the regular production or purchase and the sale of goods undertaken with an objective of earning profit and acquiring wealth through the satisfaction of human wants. So this is the definition by the Stephenson. Okay, so we are going to see now the objectives of business. So what is the main goal? Okay, so the business has two main objectives. One is the economic objective and the second one is the social objectives. Okay, so let us move on to see what is economic objectives. So we are under the impression that earning profit is the main objective of business, right? Correct, is that right? But it is not so. So the sole objective of business includes earning reasonable profit that is sufficient to enable the business to cover the cost and the businessman to lead a normal comfortable life. So what it's saying that only earning profit is not only the main objective, but it should be a reasonable profit for that businessman and he should live a comfortable life. Okay, so business supplies goods and services to the consumers and thus creates consumers. Okay, so mainly business is happened between the producers and the consumers, as we have already seen that. So it supplies what? It supplies the goods and the services. Okay, so it uses the available resources to produce the goods that are sufficient to consumers, that is the available and end products. Okay, so the resources what he has, who? The producer. It produces such goods that are required from time to time according to changes that take place. So it will be like a the products will be changing, like we can see like a new product if they bring also, it will be published. Okay, so it brings changes in the production by adopting new techniques. It also enables the consumers to know about the changes in products through advertisements. So for instance, we can say that now the Fair and Lovely is now changed as the Glow and Lovely, right? So that can, we can take as an example. Okay, so many others they would do that through an advertisement. Okay, next is the social objectives. Business produces goods and supplies the goods that are required for the development of a nation. Okay, so now it belongs to now the society. Okay, so it provides employment to many and pays them fair wages and salaries and helps them to improve their standard of living. So now the business helps the persons who are involved in that production team. Okay, so it gives us a fair wages and the salaries to improve their standard of living. Business contributes its share to the economic development of a nation by paying rates, taxes, and the duties. So these are some of the economic development of the nation, how it develops by paying the rates, taxes. Okay. Business also contributes a fair share for the social welfare of the nation by starting and running of schools, colleges, hospitals, and also by maintaining the public gardens. Okay, so how the social welfare How the social welfare is gaining by starting the schools, colleges and hospitals. Okay, so now let us move on to see what is trade, industry and services. We don't have industry and services, we have only trade. Okay, so trade is a part of business. It is mainly concerned with buying and selling of goods to the consumer. So this is defined as the trade. What is trade? It is just a buying and selling of the goods. Trade is divided into three types. Okay, home trade, foreign trade and entrepot trade. So home trade is nothing but within the country. Okay, so the trade which happens within the country is said to be a home trade. It is carried through retailers and the wholesalers. Okay, so who are retailers and wholesalers? We will see it now. Retail traders is nothing but the persons who carry out the trade at a places where consumers live, like a small shops we used to have nearby our houses, right? So they are said to be retailers. So they buy goods from the wholesalers and sell them to the what they do, they buy goods from the wholesalers and sell them to the consumers. So they render various services to the consumers. Some of them are, they are the last connecting link in the distribution of goods. Okay, so what they do, they buy from the wholesalers and they give us to us, that is to consumers. So they supply variety of goods produced by the different producers to the consumers. They store the goods to meet the demand of the consumer. So they keep the goods in their shop. So they take the risk of loss in the business or the loss of the goods. Okay, so they grade the goods and supply according to the taste of the consumers. So they upgrade it. Okay, so whether if at all a new product comes, so they upgrade the products, the goods. So they provide credit facilities to the consumers, give more information about the newly available goods in the market and suggest the alternative goods. They do, they give suggestions to the consumers. Okay, so what is available and what it is not. So retail trade is carried out in different ways. So the important types are permanent shops and itinerant or the mobile traders. Itinerant is nothing but the traveling from place to place. They don't have a permanent shop. Okay, so what is permanent shops? See, we have these types of shops nearby our houses, right? So they are opened at a fixed place and carry out the trade. Okay, itinerant or mobile traders, so they do not have a fixed place to carry out their trade. So the important among them are hawkers, peddlers and the street vendors. Okay, so what is hawkers? Hawkers are nothing but the people who carry the basket. Okay, so they carry the goods on their heads and move from door to door and sell their goods. Okay, most probably we would see the vegetable sellers or the green leafy vegetable sellers, right? Fruits or flowers. So they generally sell only one or two type of goods. Okay, peddlers, they carry their goods on wheeled carts like this. Okay, and sell them to the consumers at their doors. So they generally sell more than one type of goods. Next is the street traders or the footpath traders. So they keep on the pavement. They display the goods in the busy street corners or on the pavements and sell them to the consumers. Okay, so next one is the market sellers or the Sandhi sellers. We'll say as Sunday, right? So weekly markets takes place at villages or towns once in a week. So over here in Banarkata we used to get in Tuesdays, right? So different traders takes their goods to these markets and sell them to the consumer. So many traders from different parts, they come and assemble at that place. Okay, another speciality of these weekly markets is that the surrounding villagers bring their goods which they have grown or produced and sell them. Okay, like vegetables, eggs, butter, agricultural implements, blankets, everything. Okay, with the money they get, they buy their requirements. So at some places yearly fairs takes place and here too the traders gather and sell the products to the consumers.